Don't let nobody force you into putting your kids up in that public school, okay? Welcome back to 7 Mom Came Through. Today I have episode 2, and we're going to be talking all about homeschooling, why you should homeschool, the confidence you should have while homeschooling, things that you do not need to let deter you from homeschooling your child, and ways to have fun and spice up your classroom.
Sit down. Sit down.
We're not doing actual school right now, 7. I'm just making a video about why people should do school at home.
Okay. Are you ready?
Okay. Now, about this homeschool thing. There are definitely lots of ways to spice up your life as a homeschooling mom for your homeschooling child or children. Now, for me, I thoroughly enjoy sharing the benefits that I get from homeschooling, which are quality time with my child, individual one-on-one correspondence when it comes to learning, and just figuring out exactly what pace he's on, and not having a whole classroom that I have to, catch him up to. Like if he's behind, we get to stay on a curriculum or a subject a little bit longer until he gets it without having to just rush forward because, there's no way to fall behind if you're the only child in your class. The other benefit that I get from homeschooling is the freedom to teach my child whatever I want him to know, to educate him in the style that I like, to be more hands-on, to be interactive, to be innovative. And if he's not learning textbook style, then I know we can whip out some ingredients from the kitchen and, teach him that way. We also incorporate science with our homeschool. Yes, he's only 2, and so this is pre-K, okay? But still, same difference. It's just like school, and we treat it like school. School time is school time, and playtime is playtime. So another benefit of being a homeschool mom is the fact that I can take the school from indoors outdoors, and I can do whatever I want with my child during school time for his education and the sake of his learning purposes. So there's number 1, the benefits of homeschooling your child. On to number 2. Do not let others sway you from homeschooling your child, from doing what you want to do with your child. If you want to homeschool your child, homeschool your child. I had a lot of people in my family who were like, when you gonna put your child in school? When you gonna put that boy in school? Never, ever am I gonna put my child in school. Okay, even if I gotta hire some tutors to come in, even if I gotta hire some people to come in and actually be the teacher for him and pay them for some hours as he moves up in the letter grade, and that math get a little too hard for me. Yes, so there's that. Do not let the opinions of others sway you from homeschooling your child, from being your child's teacher. You're already their teacher. So don't let anyone tell you that you need to stop being their teacher and let someone else be your teacher unless that's what you want to do. Another thing about homeschooling is do not complicate your homeschool curriculum, because it will deter you. It will drive you away from. It will give you lack of confidence. It will get you stagnant. If you decide it's too hard to focus on your curriculums, or it's too much to create constant workbooks and working lessons for your child, do not make it hard for yourself. My child is 2. Like I said, he's in pre-K. But even if you have older children, find out where they are, and there are many different ways that you can get your child to knowing what they're supposed to know for that grade level in your state or your area. I promise you that. Do not make it hard. There is a way that I have simplified things for myself. And what I did first was just create goals. What are my goals for homeschooling my child? So my goals for this year and for next year, because he's 2, so we have about 1.5 to 2 years to mastering these things. Mastering reading the alphabet, mastering writing the alphabet, mastering his days of the week, mastering the months of the year, mastering counting to 20, mastering writing 1 through 20, the mastery of reading his first and his last name, mastery of writing his first and his last name, the mastery of color identification, masteries of shapes and shape identification, and grasping the concept of actually drawing the shapes himself. So now that I have my goals, what's next? Next was a schedule. So just like any other school, you need to have a schedule that you can stay on to help you keep on task. So the first thing for me was sing-alongs. How we gonna break the ice from him waking up, brushing his teeth, being grumpy? How we gonna break that ice in the classroom, right? Okay, so we start with sing-alongs, and all I gotta do is hit up Alexa and let, I gotta whisper so she won't start playing them right now, but hit her up and ask her to start playing songs. Usually, what's the name of the songs that I usually play? Cedarmont Kids. So usually I hit up my girl Alexa and I have her play Cedarmont songs. And you can find alphabets from Cedarmont Kids. You can find days of the week, and some other little kid songs you can find. Cedarmont Kids is a good one. Also, my girl Raven and her son, who has the same name as my son, Seven. Shout out to Seven Singleton. He out there with the tunes and the lullabies and the nursery rhymes for little kids. And so yes, we have definitely incorporated some of Seven John Singleton songs up in our curriculum for our circle time when it's time to start singing. Okay, so after we get our songs, then what's next? Then we have circle time. Circle time includes calendar time. So we break out our calendar and we, what's today? What is the weather like today? Is it spring? What month is it? Blah, blah, blah. And I will show you guys the magnetic board that we have to keep track of our calendar for the day. And then we sing the songs of the week. The months of the year, we're doing all of that while we're creating our calendar for the day. And then we sing, of course, the weather and the season song. After that, then we sit down and we read a book. So whatever theme that you have going for your homeschool for that week or that month or that semester, choose books for your theme. We had a book about self-growth. So it was all about being a good listener. So we've been reading our good listener book. And then after that, we played this game called Who Am I? Who am I? Then he says his name. How old am I? Then he says his age. And then we do, body parts. What color is your hair? What color are your eyes? What color is your skin? And we brown, we melanated. And then my dad's name is, my mom's name is, and this is when we start teaching our personal information so that if he ever goes away from me, he knows at least how to say my name to come back. After we have our circle time, we move on to alphabet learning. Here we sing the alphabet song. We do our alphabet flashcards. I'll be showing you guys how to make these. I made these by myself here at home. I'm telling you, homeschooling can be that much more easier. All you gotta do is tap into your creative side. Alphabet cards, we do letter of the week, we do a word of the week, and then we use his whiteboard on his easel to go ahead and practice writing. We also use a workbook that's like dry erase. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are math time. So here we count to 20. We use flashcards. We pick a number of the week that he knows that he has to write and count to, and we play games, and I'll show y'all all that stuff in another video another time. But yes, you can get all of these activities that fit your curriculum, and what you want to do is have it all written down for yourself, have it all mapped out. After math time, then we go on into science. Science is Tuesdays and Thursdays, so we have 2 science experiments every single week. And here we identify colors, and we play anatomy game, so it brings us back to our body parts. After science time, Then we do exercise time, and this is for about 15 minutes. So we choose a kids yoga. Sometimes we do boxing. Sometimes we go out and play soccer. Seven was a part of a soccer team before the COVID-19 hit, and then we had to start quarantining inside. So we go bike riding, and sometimes we do children's workout videos together. We put it on the TV, and we just do 15 minutes worth of working out. Then after school academics time is over, then we move on into lunchtime. Lunchtime, we eat together and we discuss what we learned in class, if he was feeling it, if he wasn't feeling it, and he can't really tell me that much. I mean, he is a great speaker, but he can't really tell me that much, but he does know the stuff that he does not like. So this schedule is from Monday through Thursday. On Fridays, we do the exact same thing, except we do it in another language. We are learning Russian and we are learning Samoan right now. So if you would like to know how to break down your curriculum in 2 weeks, this is my curriculum for this week. It ain't all fancy, it's just enough for you to see that this can be done, and it's not that hard. Our color for the week is brown. Our letters of the week are M and E. So then our word of the week is me. Our shape of the week is a diamond. Our numbers of the week are 1 and 2. Our animals of the week are monkey and elephant. Our science lab is going to be mixing oil and water with food coloring for an experiment. Also, 7 will be practicing writing his first name. On Thursdays, on this Thursday, we will do our science lab, which is tomorrow. And we also will work in our workbook. On Friday, we will do Russian studies. So here I have all of these things written in Russian. So brown, korичневый, the letters M and E. M sounds just the same in Russian. E is yeah. How to say me in Russian is mnia. How to say diamond in Russian is brilliant. How to say 1 and 2 in Spanish is один and два. How to say monkey is обезьяна, and elephant is slone. So not that hard. You can also incorporate your foreign language. So don't let anybody deter you from homeschooling your child. Now, after you have your curriculum, after you then told everybody who has something to say about you that they can kick rocks and let you do your own thing with school, now you want to jump into making your homeschool a fun place to be, a fun place to teach, a fun place to learn. And for me, I have created innovative ways to do interactive play as far as learning my curriculum. And some of these ways are just getting out of the classroom. You can look at my video, I will link it below, on how we took our classroom outdoors. Yes, there was a lot of distraction out there, so I do not recommend doing it every single day for your class, but it is a nice switch up. It does add that little spice, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like you got jalapenos for pencils. Also, incorporate field trips. There's kids museums. My favorite kids museum that I take 7 to is in Santa Monica. It's down the street from the beach, very much so walking distance. They have water play, they have interactive play, they have this thing where you can like wheel up and there's a big old bubble that pops. You can stack blocks there. There's ways for them to interact with other children. There's a veterinary shop that you can take your kid to see what it's all about, what it is to be a veterinarian. There is a interactive fire truck there. They can go in the fire truck and see how things work. And there is a grocery store there. So yes, the kids can get baskets and put food in the basket. And then usually there's another kid there that's playing clerk. So then they can buy the stuff. And there's also an area to be seated, so they can buy the stuff and then sit down and eat it. And there's also like a cooking area in there. It's a great place. And then after you can spend, because once you go there, it's like I believe, I can't remember the admission fee, but you get 2 hours, and then after your 2 hours you gotta go. So if you're not done playing for the day, you can go right down the street to the beach, and it's perfect. Another place I like to take 7 when we were learning our Things That Go lesson was to the car museum that's down the street. I think it's on Wilshire, and the train museum. The train museum is in North Hollywood. It's right down the street from Griffith Park. Again, if you're done with the train museum, there is like a $5 pony ride that you can take your kid to. That's also along the same street. What else? Oh, boat rides. We're talking about things that go. Our curriculum about things that go. I took him on a boat ride. I always take him on a boat ride because he loves water, but it's a great place for learning. There is a harbor cruise that you can take in Long Beach, and it is like a whale watching cruise. So you can go out there, and I think it's about 2 hours as well. You go out there and you can see all the whales popping up out of the water. Bring a jacket because it's cold out there, okay? You're in the middle of the ocean. Make sure you got that jacket. But yeah, these are things that can make your homeschooling curriculum really fun. And so if you like these tips, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button and like and share and comment and let me know what you think after you've taken your kids on some of these field trips and how my tips have helped you or didn't help you and how you're doing with your homeschool. I want to know all about it because we're all learning. And here is a community where we grow together, where we teach each other, where we learn. And so I'm no expert. Everything I post on here is just things that are working for me. Okay? So have a great day. Love 7 Mom.